what's up? Hey, everybody. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. And I am getting to eat. So my buddy Luke brought me this, and I actually get to eat on set today on Saturday. I'm so excited. And this is Beatrice's Bakery. It's a 3-pound Grandma's Original Fruitcake. And it's new. Let me give you the item number. It's M94647. Here's what you're going to get. You're going to get this fruitcake here. It's 3 pounds, and it's a QVC price, or a special sale price, of $59.98. You're saving $9 today. I want to tell you how fantastic this is. It's made with bourbon and premium dark rum and 84 proof brandy. And I also want to let you know it's 67% fruit and nuts. When you talk about a cake and you want a fruit cake, 67%, that's a passing grade in any classroom. The only decision you have to make is if you want it immediately or if you want it December 11th. I'm going to bring in my classmate, my teammate, Maria Louise Ludwig, who's standing by. Come on, my Falcon. So should I start eating this while you talk? I don't, you know how I am. I'm just going to let you start talking. I'm going to start eating.
Would you eat fruitcake?
Yes, I'm going to.
Because there are a lot of naysayers out there that will not touch fruitcake. And I hope by the time we're done, they will want to eat fruitcake again.
Well, that's precisely why I want to eat it.
Okay. We'll cut into it. So since 1917, TJ, the recipe, although fruitcake certainly dates back generations, this is a real grandmother's recipe found in a trunk in the attic that has been made in the beautiful city of Beatrice. This is a city, it might be a little town of Beatrice, Nebraska. So we're going to the heartland of America. Okay, talk to me, Goose.
Listen.
Gray Goose. That's your shirt.
Hey, Mav, listen. Maverick, look at my eyes. I was talking to my buddy Luke. I was like, I'm going to eat fruitcake? Yeah, okay, I hope it's good. It is.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was going to expect.
You know, this is fruitcake to eat. This is fruitcake to love. This is fruitcake that our QVC family has embraced for the last few seasons. We keep bringing it back, and they keep putting it on their holiday table. And why? So many different reasons. But the biggest reason, TJ, why people do not like fruitcake is because of the bitterness. Some fruitcake companies put in lemon and orange peel in that. We do not put that in there. We keep ours nice and fresh and clean. So here we go with this. I'm going to show you from this side. This is as beautiful to look at for your holiday table as it is delicious to eat. This is all hand decorated and hand topped by our bakers and the Beatrice family on there. So let's go through if we can. And by the way, 3 pounds, we were not going to do this year. This is really special. And because it has to sit in a refrigerator for 6 weeks after it is done baking, because all the ingredients in there we're going to go through, plus the bourbon, rum, and brandy, have to have a chance to say, yo, hey, how you doing? I'm doing great. How you doing? Let's all get together, have a holiday party, and let's create a delicious fruitcake that everybody is going to love. So here we go. All of the reasons why you should love fruitcake. Do you like fancy candied Michigan cherries? Whoops, here we go. I'm going to get my plate out here. Whoop. Do you like those? Okay, yes, check. Do you like candied pineapple? Why, yes, I do. Do you like plump, juicy raisins, the brown ones that we've all known since we were kids, and the golden ones? Yeah, I like raisins. Okay, we got you so far. Do you like pecans, walnuts, and almonds? Yes. How about a moist, delicious all butter cake? Yeah, we love that too. Then how about if we add some bourbon, rum, and brandy, which is a traditional recipe, which, by the way, enhances all the fruit and nuts, but burns off in the baking process. So if they're thinking, I'm not sure if I want Aunt Joe to have something with alcohol, and I definitely don't want my inner 8-year-old to have any alcohol. Burns off, but you just get the flavor of it in there. I grew to love that as a child, by the way. I don't know what that says about me, but they have been putting this recipe together since 1917. 3 pounds of lusciousness, about 30 slices in there, nice size slices, but take a peek. I would love, TJ, if you could cut a slice for me and we could get a really good tight shot of that. Look at that slice from that big, beautiful cherry all the way through. This piece is heavy. The raisins, the nuts, the cherries, the pineapple, the all butter cake in there. And look at that. Is that not beautiful? So 30 slices out of it. You don't need big pieces. This is something that my Italian family enjoyed after we had eaten. And after we kind of all sat around and went, oh, why did we eat so much? Well,
Okay.
2 hours later, we're all hungry again.
Yeah.
So we'd sit at the table with a little glass of brandy, and my grandma would make a fruit cake, and you just kind of pick it apart. Some people pick the pineapple out, some will
Yeah.
pick the raisins out. It is so layered and so complex with so many flavors, and the way the recipe's put together with the bourbon rum and brandy makes that fruit sing. It's an experience and something that has become a part of everybody's holiday traditions for generations.
So,
You love it. You're
Marie
still
Louise, look,
going.
we're honest with each other. This will not be something. This will not be an act that I would be able to put on. Like I wouldn't do it even when I'm off camera. I wouldn't be eating. I was telling Luke, it's really good because here's my fear: one, I don't drink, and two, I never really liked the taste of fruitcake. That's not what this tastes like. This tastes like fruit, and it almost feels like pineapple and pound cake, but it's more rich, but it isn't overpoweringly sweet. It's really good, and it's so moist. It's really good. And when you talk about, okay, this will change your mind, it actually will. I'm living it because I normally wouldn't eat this at all, and I wanted to try it. It's really,
Yeah.
I just looked at my eyes. Let me close them a
I
little bit.
love that you enjoy it.
I look like Eddie Murphy, like, hey, what's going on? Let me stop. It's really good. And it's not like, oh, it's good, I like it. Is the trash can underneath here? No. I've been eating during the break. When I'm off camera, I'm still eating it. And Luke is like, are you really eating it? Yeah. This is really good. So I'm gonna take another bite.
Yeah.
So please. It's
And look at the
thick
top
and
of it.
heavy. It's
I would
great.
love if we could, to go to we have a really nice little trip we took to Beatrice to show everybody where this is made. I think the main difference with us and everybody else is when you take a recipe that spans back generations. Thank you, Jonathan. And look at this. Okay, we're making up that batter. You see what's in that? What is it about this video? Hands. The hands of our Beatrice family, people who have been working at Beatrice for generations, the pride they take, their eyes picking out the best of the best, the biggest, freshest nuts, and hand topping all of our cake. There's people. Yeah, we got a little bit of automation going, but there's people there who love what they do.
Yeah.
And you can see it in every single cake on there. So you're enjoying a piece of tradition. You're enjoying a piece of Americana, if you will, because it's something that they take great pride in. Imagine this on your holiday table. This becomes the centerpiece of your holiday table on there, as beautiful as this is. And this is what a lot of our QVC family will do. It arrives in a box that looks just like this. This will stay in this box for well over a year if you don't open it. I can tell you for a fact because I've done it. I've actually done it for 2 years. That fruitcake is still good. Before serving it, because it's going to arrive to you fresh, before you're going to serve it, put the box in the refrigerator or take it out and put it on your cake plate and let it chill, because the slices, that you can imagine, with all of those ingredients in there, the slices will be much easier with a knife if it has been chilled in the refrigerator. You can freeze it if you want to for a couple years. That's great, but we hope that you'll eat it this holiday season and come back and grab another one next holiday season. But on the back, I can't. You're still eating.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna
Love.
put it down. I'm gonna put it down. I'm
I
sorry.
gotcha. On the back is a great story.
It's really
about
good.
Grandma's fruitcake. So if you're doing a built to, ship to, and you're sending this to somebody, they're going to get that. They're going to be able to see through the front. You can automatically see that artwork through that box. That beautiful hand-decorated fruitcake on there, and then read the story on the back. So what a great gift idea.
Wow.
With me.
It is. I'm still with you. Listen,
All
I had
right.
to catch my breath for a second. Okay.
Okay.
So if you're just joining us, this is not the fruitcake that you think that you're used to. That is absolutely not what this is. This is amazing. It's the 3-pound Grandma's original fruitcake. It's our sale price of $59.98. I'm trying to talk without drooling. It's fantastic. It's got 60% fruit and nuts in this, and free standard shipping. So listen, you could bring this home, and we also have a different delivery date if you want it. You can get it immediately, or you can get it in the week of December 11th. So it's great for a gift. This is a great way to introduce your family and friends and say, hey, listen, I know what you think about fruitcake, and that's not what this is. It is fantastic. Listen, I've been eating it, and I have to tell you, I have never been a fruitcake fan, and I don't drink. And listen, Maria's about to yell at me because I kept eating, It's really good. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I couldn't
Hold on,
help it.
TJ. Are we even halfway through your 2 hour
I know,
show?
I know, listen, but it's really good. I'm going to pick at this, like you were saying you were doing with your
Love
family,
it.
but it's a wonderful way to start off the holiday season. It's something different. And actually, you wouldn't necessarily know what it is. If you said fruitcake, there's a stigma that's attached to it sometimes. But if you set
Great
this
point.
down and someone took a slice of it, they would say, "Oh, what is this? Is this a graham cracker crust or whatever it is?" You don't know what it is until you slice it. It's not. It's so fantastic, and I love it.
7% fruit and nuts, premium fruit and nuts. And the recipe is just so delicious. It's so complex. It's so filled with layers. So let's ask everybody, especially if you're just joining us and you're going, oh, fruitcake now. Okay,
Yeah.
stay with me. Do you like fancy candied Michigan cherries? Check.
Yes.
Oh, they taste so good with that bourbon, rum, and brandy get into them. That's my favorite part. I like to eat all the cherries off the top. Do you like candied pineapple? Most
Yes.
of us do. Do you like plump and juicy brown and golden raisins? Yes. Since we're kids, we love those. Fresh pecans, whole pecans, walnut, and almond. Yes. All right. So we've got you so far. So how about in a moist, delicious, buttery cake
Yes.
that has bourbon, rum, and brandy? And that's really the secret to what fruitcake is all about. We know there's a lot of fruitcakes out there, but this one is so different because they still put the alcohol in it, which burns off in the baking process. But the all important essence that adds to those layers, that just kind of works its way into all those fruits and re-plumps up all of the raisins and the cherries and the pineapple, soak up all of that. It just tastes so good. Fruitcake you will eat, fruitcake you will gift, and fruitcake that will never, ever, ever be a doorstop in your house.
I love that
As
you said
David
that.
likes to say.
I love that you said that.
How many
Listen,
for doorstop?
I mean, I'm eating this now. I love this with breakfast. Like this would be my breakfast if I wanted something like
Yeah.
if I don't have time for waffles or pancakes or something like that. This would be great with coffee if you have that or tea. But it's not overpoweringly sweet. It's really good and it's hearty and moist. That's the thing that got me. You wouldn't know
Yeah.
this is fruitcake unless you read the box.
And here's
It's amazing.
here's the clincher. We're really on a time clock with this fruitcake because it doesn't just come out of the oven, get wrapped, and get shipped to you. It's a process. And it takes 6 weeks for all of those flavors to meld together. So let's go back to beautiful Beatrice, Nebraska. So we're
Right.
putting all of those ingredients come together, slow bake, small batch. So much work is done by hand on this. And when they're finished off and they're done baking in the baking process, a nice slow oven, they go into a refrigerator for 6 weeks. It is about 6 weeks until Christmas. So guess what? Your fruitcake right now is sitting in a refrigerator, doing its thing,
Yeah.
getting its delicious on, so we can ship it to you. So we really do stamp a time clock saying, got to get this now. And the fact that we were able to bring a 3-pounder in kind of last minute is really cool. Especially if you got a big party and you want everybody to try it.
Listen, Beatrice got this right. It's the Beatrice Bakery 3-pound grandma's original fruit cake. I want to call it cake with fruit in it because just to get rid of that stigma. It's
Yeah.
really good, Marie. Listen, we're friends. I'm telling you, it's on TV. I'm telling you, this is really good. It's not what I thought it was going to be at all. I was ready
Can
to
I tell
just
you?
yeah. Go ahead.
I got a really funny story for you. So my son Ryan goes to a family party every year, and there's always a white elephant. So everybody has to bring something to the party, and then you play this game where you pass and steal
Right, the
whatever.
one you want, the one you
So
don't want. Yeah.
I said, you know what? You can send the fruitcake for them because that'll be something everybody's trying to pass off. Do you know he walks in that door every year and people fight over the Beatrice fruitcake?
Yeah.
Everybody steals the fruitcake because it is so incredibly delicious. And once a year, really, I mean, some of us enjoy it year round, but once a year when we're all together and we're finished with our meal and we just want to just sit and reminisce, and we've gotten back together and people have come from out of town and they've flown in and we want to slow it on down and have a little glass of brandy. My grandma would have oranges and nuts and a nutcracker and we would just sit and pick on the fruitcake. It becomes a tradition where one day we're looking back and say, do you remember? Because I don't have my grandparents anymore or my mom. And I say, do you remember when we all sat around that table after we had the Feast of the Seven Fishes? And grandma would bring her fruit cake out and she'd bring her basket with the nuts. And my grandpa would like force us to eat fruit.
Yeah.
But we had that fruit cake there and that becomes a part of the memory. Get our cake home, take it out, grab grandma's cake plate or your mom's cake plate, put this on there, make this your center focal point for a brunch table.
Yes.
It's absolutely beautiful. And this keeps so well that if you're somebody who's going to do multiple entertaining through the holidays, I tell you, if you don't want to cut it and you want to save it, wrap it back up, pop it into the refrigerator, and pull out what you need and use it again and again.